It's the morning stream with Todd and Erin on GetPartDaily.com. Good morning. How are you? So much to talk about today.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
That's pretty much it.
We are hardcore Scots, and so this is like a very special holiday for us. It's right up there with Christmas.
I don't understand this.
What do you mean?
It's Celtic, right?
Yeah.
So it's Irish.
You know, it's more like the British Isles. It's like a more all-encompassing thing. What? What is so hard to understand about that?
It's like the Jewish community jumping in on Christmas.
No, not at all.
I mean, in a good way. In a good way.
We're talking about geographic locality. We're Scots. There's the Celts, Irish, the British. We all sort of intersect. So it's ours too.
So there should be derbies and a cane for the Brits.
Yeah. No, ours is just more exotic. The British are more civilized. We'll have to ask Daisy about that after news.
There are several traditions in this country. One includes Chicago.
This is true.
The Chicago River.
I'm so excited about this.
Look at this.
This is a totally rocking time lapse. So this is what they do every year. They turn all the rivers green.
This is from the Sheraton Hotel. Oh, that was a good one.
That's gorgeous.
But wait, I'm waiting for the other one. There's one guy who is really determined to mix it all up.
Look how vivid that green is too.
Yeah, there he is. Oh man.
Now you and I have been on that river many times on boats.
Yeah.
And how gorgeous it is, but to see it all green is one of the best things, because you know the beer is flowing today.
Yeah, and it's green.
Well, not the.
They have a lot of green dye in Chicago.
The river,
evidently.
not the beer. Although people have had green beer.
All right, so
this is kind of cool. Now, of course, we've got FanX coming up. It starts today. It actually started last night. They did a couple of different movies. They did Sam J. Jones is in town for Flash Gordon, and so they did the special screening of that last night. But most of it begins today.
Remember, you ever hear about the dirty one? It's Flash Gordon.
Anyway,
go ahead,
we have a lot of stuff coming up today at FanX, and we'll be doing a lot of that and showing you on Monday. But for the cosplayers, this is like Christmas and their birthday and like Arbor Day all wrapped into one, because it's the coolest thing ever. So what we wanted to do is go find out, where do these people make their costumes? How do they assemble all this stuff together? And that is how you know all about the Cospace Warehouse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so let's go. Erin was there. Let's go look.
Haven't we all wanted to become someone else?
The White Power Ranger.
At Anarchy Girls Cospace, the possibilities are infinite.
It's amazing.
Maybe you've been hankering to be the invisible demon from a highly obscure video game.
Apple pin.
Or maybe a medieval knight in full armor. Maybe a female Thor. There are no rules here.
And it's not just the Captain America. So as Purgatory, Yaz is in, full red body paint. She looks like a demon. And then at the last con, she had a little girl come up and give her a hug and wanted a picture with her. The girl could have only been like 4 years old.
Or a mashup of two movie titans.
Oh,
Somebody did a Deadpool suit that was Iron Man. It was really cool.
Anarchy Girls Cospace is the brainchild of Kavi Love and Yasmin Tatiana. How did such a cosplay dream come to be?
We always were seeing people post in Cosplay Utah. I wish I could do this. This is so cool. Where do you, I don't even know where to get started.
Exactly.
And we're like, well, we could help those people. We could take these guys and show them how to get started, give them a space to work.
With FanX this weekend from the Salt Lake Comic-Con, cosplay aficionados were racing to get the last of their costumes put together, including Jack Bull in Black.
I have a pen.
She tried to explain the demon's signature moves.
I have an apple.
Several times.
Apple pen.
Old cartoons or new, they know them all at Cospace.
Why am I in cosplay? I'm in cosplay because I really enjoy being different people.
If you're going to be at FanX this weekend, be sure to stop by the Anarchy Girls Cospace booth to take place in their treasure hunt.
It is a go find different booths, go find different people, get pictures of different things. Everything posts to our Facebook. You have to make it public. Then we judge everything. We have about 15 or 20 vendors, I want to say, that are giving prizes and stuff out. It's our third or fourth treasure hunt we've done across different cons now. Always a hit. Always fun.
Now, it's nice, of course, to have the prizes, but there is the pride in knowing that you have totally kicked the butt of everybody else.
There is that.
That was our friend Ryan.
I know, and it's so awesome. He
Morning,
looked really
Ryan.
nice as a full centurion. I was kind of proud of him.
I had
for
no
that.
idea. I
Well,
had no idea.
There's a lot of things about Ryan you don't really want to know.
So you going down?
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun today. I'm interviewing Carrie. Always. Star of The Princess Bride, and then all of
Oh,
yeah, and
As You Wish.
Yeah, and the trouble of pronouncing his last name, I might have to make him introduce himself because there's nothing more awkward than not being able to pronounce the name properly. But it's one of those words.
How many people go to this?
Are you kidding? This is the second biggest attended con in the country.
Okay.
San Diego Comic-Con is the only one that's bigger than us.
All right.
Yeah, we are the nerdiest state in the nation and proud of it.
There
honey.
is a poor woman who works part-time in a restaurant. She lives the rest of the time, too.
Oh, good.
But her last name is Siri.
Oh, like Siri. Like when you talk on your phone to Siri.
Siri, what's in my omelet? Because she's serving breakfast and lunch and dinner. It's like, Siri, which has more protein? She just, very funny. That's a new
love
one.
that, right?
And the problem with this is when they introduced in 2015, Amazon released Echo device, Siri type helper named Alexa. Her first name, the waitress, is Alexa Siri.
That's like hell on earth. It's like you can't win.
You're sitting at a table with people and suddenly everybody, starts, you don't even have to ask questions. It's your name.
Yeah, number one, if anyone's calling you, then everybody's phones go off.
Right.
But every time you turn your head, it's because everybody's talking to their phone. You can't win.
Alexa, when are we going to the movies?
Ding.
I do not know. You didn't tell me what movie you want to go to.
Oh, that's so horrible. That poor woman.
Terrible thing. All right, so anyway.
Leprechaun Cam.
We should go check it.
You know you love your live cams,
From
and
Ireland.
since today is
From
St. Patrick's
Ireland.
Day.
Let's see if we can find the leprechaun.
It's very green.
not a lot
delightfully green
happening.
there.
It's not a lot happening.
Yeah, that's nice.
But
It's greenish.
St. Patrick's Day. You'd think they would come over the top of the hill right there by the bushes. Is that something in the bushes?
He's probably peeking up right behind the trees and
Yeah.
you just can't see him.
We'll come back.
I'm sure he'll be there, honey.
We'll come back to that, yeah. Big story yesterday, went national, Salt Lake City, Utah, basically the Book Cliffs area. DWR, the Department of Wildlife Resources. And listen to what they do. This is
such an epic job.
This
I
is
don't even know how they would
crazy.
list for this.
Okay, so they have tagged bears with collars so they can track them, see how they're doing, sample the population. And this time of year, they're still sleeping.
This would be a good time to make sure that collar's on securely without them eating you.
So human people crawl down into dens where there are sleeping bears. They make sure the collars are there. They make sure they change batteries while the bear is sleeping. What they
That
do
seems vaguely suicidal, but okay.
What they do is this is to keep the science going, so they get an idea. What they do to keep the bears asleep is they shoot them with a dart gun, tranquilizer.
Ooh, tranquilizer gun, like ketamine or something intense. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
they
imagine.
roofie the bears,
Well, okay.
and then everything's fine. They can do whatever they want, check the health, take blood samples, whatever. The problem is one of the workers shot himself with a tranq gun.
I shouldn't be laughing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Now the dangerous part is it's basically mixed up for a 400-pound bear. And he is not. And the only reason we're laughing is he's fine. He's resting
I
at
know.
home.
Otherwise, no, I wouldn't. But
With a hangover you won't believe. So he shot himself, and they actually life flighted because they realized this could stop his
man.
heart, stop
yeah,
his everything.
yeah.
But they flew him to the hospital, and they fixed him up, and he's resting at home. But
Can you imagine the crap you're going to get for the rest of your life?
Oh.
Hey, don't give Jerry that gun. You
Oh.
remember what happened last time? We couldn't
Oh.
find his pants.
Jerry's-
that poor man.
Jerry's a junkie now.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's got track marks. I wonder where it hit him.
Oh,
Because it'd have to be lower because you carry a gun down, wouldn't you? Well, it's probably the foot. Don't you think?
his foot.
I think the
I'm
foot.
sure it was the foot.
Yeah, I think the foot too. All right.
All right. I can do this. Hang on. Just give me a minute.
I wonder if somebody wanted to make little cut marks and then
I got
suck the
this.
poison out.
I got this. Hang on.
Probably not.
Okay. All right, we need to go to Daisy in the Get Our Daily Newsroom. It is brought to you by Robert J. DeBry. Robert J. DeBry with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. You can go to robertdebry.com if you'd like more information on how they can help you. Also by Brent Brown Toyota. They'll bend over backwards for you, serving Utah County. If you'd like to see their vast array of brand new cars, go to brentbrowntoyota.com. Good morning, Daisy.
Thanks, Todd and Erin. Hello and happy Friday. Here's what's making news right now on GebhartDaily.com. A disturbing story out of West Jordan, where police say a 22-year-old woman has been charged with child abuse after intentionally pouring boiling water on her young daughter's hands. Diana Amador has been charged with a single count of child abuse in 3rd District Court. A probable cause statement said Amador was frustrated when she poured scalding hot water on the 20-month-old child's hands. And police have arrested the prime suspect along with 3 other people in connection with a deadly Provo shooting. Jesse Gordon, 21, was taken into custody by Farmington Police Department Thursday. Police say he shot and killed Gustavo Ramirez during an armed robbery attempt Monday night. Braden Marshall and Maria Hernandez, both 18, and Jerry Hawley, age 34, have also been arrested for involvement in an armed robbery resulting in death. And 2 motorists are in extremely critical condition after 2-vehicle crash in Taylorsville Thursday. Unified Police Lieutenant Brian Lorkey told Gebhardt Daily that 2 drivers, a man in his 70s and a woman in her 30s, collided at the intersection of 4700 South and Redwood Road, taking out a power pole in the process. The victims were rushed to Intermountain Medical Center in Murray with life-threatening injuries. The cause of the crash is under investigation. And now a quick look at weekend weather this glorious Friday morning. Highs are expected to hit the mid-70s today and near 80 degrees Saturday. Yeah, 80 degrees, that is. Todd and Erin, back to you.
All right, so St. Patrick's Day. Something we do in our house is I do cooking with Todd and the toddler, because our now 6-year-old daughter was once very small.
We could place her on top of the stove. It wasn't on or anything.
I got
and
calls
Todd
on that.
Yeah, and then Todd could cook with her, and it was a lot of fun. And usually her main refrain was add more butter. But one of the best meals ever is the traditional corned beef and cabbage meal for St. Patrick's Day.
But
we usually cook it, and then our family comes over. We have neighbors who bring over this beautiful scotch, and everyone has a drink. And my brother-in-law Bill reads like Irish poetry with that beautiful sonorous voice.
it's whiskey.
But nothing is more amazing than Mary Helen's magnificent mustard sauce. This is my Mother Mary Helen's sauce, and this is, you could drink this like a beverage. You could put this on boots, and you would totally want it.
Good on cereal. So anyway, this is, first of all, this is a home movie. This is a home video. So
The sound sucks?
yeah,
Okay.
Let's go.
Here's the recipe for the incredible mustard sauce right here. If you want to, you can pause the video and write it down. You're all rested up from your nap? So you're going to help me cook? Yeah? Mwah! Okay, so first of all, I need a fork right here. Okay, so let's use a spoon. Those are eggs. Would you stir them up? Okay, gently and slow. Good job. So we're making the mustard sauce, and this is what it's all about. You got it? Okay. Good job. I'll take that right here. And now you get to do the fun thing. Are you ready? I need you to squeeze this mustard into that cup. Okay? Go ahead and go. And you have to squeeze really hard. How's it going? Let me squeeze it a little harder with you. You want to do it more? Okay. I help you. Yeah. Ready? Go. Watch this. You can do it way up here too. Watch. Hold it still. Perfect. All right. Now it's time to stir. Are you ready to stir? Okay. Here you go.
That's too very tiny.
Oh, use the big one first. See if it works. Stir it up. Stir it up.
Too big for me.
Is it too big for you? How about that one?
Yeah.
Okay. And what we're going to do is put this on low heat and simmer it, and we're going to stir it constantly until it thickens. It'll take about 10 minutes.
So what is this?
Mustard sauce. From Nana. Nana, she made this.
Oh.
Yeah, she came up with the recipe. And then I'll show you the final result.
It's ready.
And there it is, Mary Helen's world-famous mustard sauce for St. Patrick's Day. Are you ready? Here's my favorite part.
Dun 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 dun.
And I forgot how Mike sings it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, the close-up, yeah. That's
Oh, I can't believe Zoe was so tiny when you did that video.
right up to the point where I started singing. It was such a dad moment because it was just like our little girl.
I know. If you want to follow all the Cooking with Todd and the Toddler videos, and there's a ton of them, you can just go to our YouTube page. It's just Todd and Erin Collard.
Hey, coming up, we're number 6.
We're number 6.
We're number 6.
We'll explain what for coming up next.
Merit Medical. Why work for fast food wages when you can start at Merit for a whole lot more? Merit Medical. Great products, great people, a great company. Learn more at merit.com/careers. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com.
Todd and Erin Morning Stream, GephartDaily.com. Thanks for joining us. Happy St. Patty's Day. All right, so let's talk theater.
Oh, it was really funny. We actually talked to a couple of girls this week who took a look at the political landscape around us and decided we're going to write something funny.
There's so much material.
Amazing material. So they wrote Catharsis, a musical circus for political malaise. It's at the Good Company Theater. That's going to be tonight and tomorrow and Sunday.
And we got to talk to them. Take a peek.
For a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible.
You two are obviously twisted, so we love you already.
Right?
What sparked all of this in your head? There's lots of outrage and misery to be had, but what focused you in this political current sphere of focus?
We thought, well, this is the time to present it. We're getting close to the first quarter being done with the new administration. This is very timely, and we can't wait to present it. And like you said, everyone needs a little bit of a counseling session. Everyone needs a little bit of a reprieve and a moment to catch up to what has happened, right, Jess?
Yeah, it's just an opportunity to let some of those emotions out and just have fun with it and enjoy what's to come next.
Who don't believe in sensible rules?
You know, I'm so excited to hear you say that because you're absolutely right. No matter how strong our polarization is, trying to still present whatever we think is the most crucial issue still divides and ends up, alienating half of us anyway. So this is really the real challenge for you, is trying to find that position where all of us can laugh more or less at the same thing, even if we don't always agree with it.
Or at the person sitting next to us.
It's finding the balance of what is funny to everyone and making sure that nobody feels excluded from a joke or from a satirical moment. But making a point with it, making a statement as well.
And with how this piece is written, it leaves no stone unturned, and it leaves no one immune from how things proceeded with the election to the current administration. Adds a moment of reflection, which I think all ties into the satire that, like Jess said, if we're excluding one demographic or if we're completely poking fun at another demographic, we're almost being just as divisive as what already happens in our everyday life, when maybe this is a moment where it can start to heal what has happened and lead to greater dialogue.
So there you go, something else to do.
Political malaise. I just like the phrasing of that. Okay, we're number 6.
Well,
we're
wait a
number
minute.
6
Let's-
in the
let's-
nation.
Let's start with number 1. We know we're number 1 in...
We are number 1 in Forbes magazine for the vainest city in America.
We're number 1 for women women who start businesses.
That's true.
In the country, we're number 1.
But once again, about the whole vain part from Forbes magazine, it's because we have one of the highest incidences of plastic surgery per, I think we have 8 plastic surgeons for every 10,000 people, which is like a bizarrely high number.
Why is
and
that?
we are number 6th in the nation for plastic surgery procedures. Number 1 is the breast augmentation. That's
Well, let me
given.
do the rundown
Okay.
for you. Okay. Can you do something here?
Oh, of course, that's a brow lift.
Something here.
Of course, nose job.
Something here.
You can you can inflate your lips.
Right here.
Yeah, you can have an earlobe shrink.
Ectomy?
Ectomy, but basically
A
they make it
lobectomy.
smaller and then they pin your ears back.
All right. So and then you got your chin.
Yeah.
And
You
then
can have
you
a
got
chin
under your
implant.
under
Then you
your
can have a
chin.
facelift.
Okay, and then
Back down to the breast augmentation.
You know that.
You can have a batwing procedure, which is pretty interesting. What they do is they actually do an incision right down here because this is a hard one for people to actually tighten up. And so they cut it open, they pull out the excess flesh, and then they tighten it back up again with stitches. That's a hard one to come back from, though, because you really got to be careful not to pop a stitch.
What do you call
now, the
that?
tummy tucks.
No. What do you call
It's
that?
a batwing procedure.
And you get hugged twice.
Oh, yeah, the Relief Society moms hug. That's when they hug you and their upper arms go around you twice, because
Okay.
we all get that.
All right. So continuing on, stomach.
Tummy tuck given, always there.
Okay.
And then, of course, for the mommy makeover, that's the second most popular procedure here in Utah.
There's a lot of procedures.
Gee, what a shock, because we all have 6 kids here. So that basically goes from here and then down to here. They probably usually tighten up your thighs a little bit.
It's like
and do
pulling
some
up your
lipo.
pants,
And
right?
then they do some incisions and some circlaging. And
Sure what?
never mind. You don't need to know. The important thing is though, the mommy makers are number 2. And then number 3, ironically, are buttocks augmentation.
Smaller or larger?
Larger. Because of all the girls with the Oakland booties, and so everybody wants the Oakland booty now. I've got enough fat on my body. I don't care how you redistribute it, just take it off.
So how many plastic surgeons do we have here?
8 per 10,000.
That's
It's a little high. Number 1 for procedures was Washington, D.C., no shock there. Maryland, number 2. Florida, number 3. Yeah, these are all given. Oh, and no shock, New York and California, 4th and 5th. But then we are number 6.
Yeah.
Bottom 10, people who really just aren't all that interested, Alabama, Montana, Alaska,
But
New Mexico.
they make up for looks by their food, because it's incredible.
I would rather have the food and the big
St. Patty's Day. We should take a look at the Leprechaun Cam again. Let's watch.
It's like he's a boy just waiting for
See
Santa
that
Claus
tree?
on Christmas Eve.
See that tree in the center back there? Is that something behind that trunk of that tree? Is it
honey.
on the right-hand side, low?
Can
He's
you
down.
just hear
Is it?
reindeer on the roof
No.
right now?
No,
It's
I
almost the same.
don't see it. Okay.
I can
all right.
still cheer you up.
How so?
It involves a goat and a tetherball.
Oh.
Is this the dorkiest video
The
ever? You're
next-
going to dig this.
The next 5 minutes of our show is going to be unbelievable because we've got some video that's like crazy. Now,
Dorktastic.
we're going to start off in New Zealand. And these guys thought, why not hang a tetherball over an animal trail and take pictures of it? And that's what they did. Watch this. See,
Oh, how cute.
the
Look.
lambs go right by.
Oh, wow.
All right, watch.
Ooh. She's got issues.
That's a he.
He's got issues. He's feeling some rage.
And
Oh,
he's-
angry Rambo.
And he's playing tetherball.
He's trying to impale it on one of those horns. He must be very bitter about this. And see how the lambs are up there going, Dad, come on. Dad.
And he just goes after this thing until he's punched a hole in it.
The sad part is I don't know if they have cable in New Zealand, but I would sit there and watch this all day too.
They don't. Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is so entertaining. I'm feeling bad for the ram because you know he's so pissed off, but it's really funny.
That's basically how I play tetherball.
That's a given. I think we
Yeah.
all have those childhood nightmares from
Yeah.
elementary school.
All right, so this is like a tell me something good because if you remember
We
last
talked
week,
about this story, yeah.
last week we were talking about a young girl. She's 21 years old, and her name is Melanie Regard. She's French, and the TV station put an open casting call for a new news weather person. They call them weather presenters, and
Presenting the
so
weather.
a lot of people showed up, and
To audition.
Melanie showed up.
And she's this beautiful girl, did a great little audition.
Right, and basically people fell in love with her, and they started not a petition, but letters of support for this.
Because Melanie has
Yeah,
Down
she-
syndrome.
yeah, but
and they
she-
were saying, oh, well, I don't think she could handle the
Look at her,
job.
look at her.
And all the French
Look,
watchers
look,
were like,
look.
she could totally rock this.
So she went out. She
Oh,
had an
look at her.
assistant. She talks about the North. She pointed to the South. She was named. I'm not saying that she shouldn't be able to do that, but she was so adorable. And they showed her in makeup, and they showed her getting dressed, and they gave high fives to each other afterwards. And evidently, the public loves her.
I just loved how confident she was and how brave, and she did a great job. She was really well prepared. She walked through it. I think she's going to be the most gorgeous weather presenter in all of
I
Europe.
think so too.
That makes me so happy.
You know, since the Leprechaun Cam was such a disaster,
I'm sorry,
nothing
honey.
happened. There's only one thing that can make up for that.
Oh.
Is babies doing the jig.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my God.
Keep going. Oh, there you go. All right. So, Erin, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's
Happy
the Todd,
St. Patrick's Day.
It's the Todd and Aaron Morning Stream on GetPartDaily.com. Dance on, girls.